number 2. Today's topic, commuting on a motorcycle. I want to start this vlog off with saying why I even got a motorcycle in the first place. I got to Italy, stationed here, military by the way, but either way, I got here 2 years ago. I wasn't able to bring my truck. Well, okay, I could have brought my truck, but the roads are pretty slim out here, and I was advised that it'd be a bad idea. I bought a little beater car, and I was having some issues, and I ran into a situation to where I was thinking, do I need to buy a new car? Should I buy a new beater? And financially, neither one of those seemed like an option considering I was still paying on my truck. Long story short, I chose to purchase a brand new motorcycle. Yeah, I know I'm talking about finances, but hear me out. After my long thought process and weighing all my options out, I thought the motorcycle would have been the best case scenario, and it was more of a function thing than fun, if that makes sense. Anyone that's been to Italy or just YouTube or Google Italian traffic, there's tons of Vespas and tons of motorcycles on here, so that kind of influenced my decision as well. So that's why I got a motorcycle in the first place. Speaking of reasons of why I got a motorcycle, and I told you to YouTube Italian traffic, maybe this is a better example. Let's go. Alright, so here goes the real test for audio. On the highway now, hopefully the shoey's coming in clear. Alright, so we spoke about why I got a motorcycle. And I want to talk about my 2 years on the Harley Davidson Sportster S, my girl takeoff. My first bike pretty much too. Simple enough, it's just a faster commute. Again, I'm living in Italy, so I do run into a lot of congested traffic in the morning. Not so much in the morning, but on my way back home, and it makes it a lot faster going on my bike heading back. I can lane split and lane filter, so in Europe that's legal across the board. Compared to when I do ride into my car, I probably shave about 6 to 7 minutes at minimum, right? As far as coming back from work, sometimes I'm shaving even 20 to 30 minutes with how bad the traffic is. Pro number 2, gas. I mean, so gas is higher out here. It's by the liter versus the gallon in the US, and I'm not gonna sit here and complain about it too much. I mean, I'm driving a Toyota Yaris out here, so it's not like gas is crazy anyway or either way. But I mean, hey, I'm still shaving some funds. I don't got a calculation by the month of how I'm doing that, but I will say that I know that I'm saving money on gas. I do get somewhat of what's called the ration card through my job out here, and I never go through my complete gas rations on my motorcycle, just because, I mean, it's a motorcycle, obviously the tank's small, and if you saw that I got 10,000 miles on here, and those are all out here in Italy, so I've been putting in some seat time. The third benefit of commuting is parking. So this may not apply to everyone's situation, but if you get to my job late, you're not catching a parking spot, or at least not close to my job. But on the motorcycle, I mean, you can park anywhere, and there's always available motorcycle parking. I can't, again, put that in time, how much time it saves me, but it does save me a decent amount. Nice bike. And the last benefit, but definitely not the least, is the mental health benefit. Guys, I know the first 3 benefits probably don't mean much to anybody, and whether you ride a motorcycle or not, you probably already knew those things just based off of common sense. But what I can't completely put into words is the mental health benefits, right? I'm not going to go into the science, and to be quite honest, I don't know all the science, but what I will tell you is when I ride this bike to work and back alone, my days are better, right? Aside from that, I do work out 6 days a week, and that's always kept my mental health at a good level, but riding my motorcycle is something different, man. I'm sure other people that ride, if you ride a motorcycle, you know exactly what I'm saying, but I don't ride my motorcycle. It's kind of like that meme, you might have seen it already, going with Keanu Reeves. You start tweaking for it, man, and I don't think it's just an adrenaline seeking thing, because I'm not like tweaking to go fast or anything. I get a certain kind of zen that I can't really explain, right? It sounds crazy, but it's almost like when I get into a meditative state, I think it's called beta waves, alpha waves. So either way, what I'm getting at is that's kind of what I get, I'd say 5 minutes into riding my motorcycle. With that alone is why I've committed to riding my motorcycle as much as possible, back and forth to work or any other excuse I can get to hop on these two wheels. I know I said the good things, all the great stuff about riding a motorcycle, commuting back and forth to work, but there are some cons. Con number one, prep time. I do have to wake up earlier to ride my motorcycle. I gotta usually pack my bag for the night before, which I already did. You know, I like I said, I work out in the morning, so I gotta pack my gym clothes. I gotta get my motorcycle gear ready, and it takes a while to throw all that stuff on, and then I have to go to work and then change to my uniform, right? It sounds minor, but it is taxing, and if I don't prep the night before, it does make it difficult to hop on the motorcycle. I'd say if I'm going in my car, right, I can just ride straight to work in my gym clothes in the morning, go work out, shower, right? But if I'm riding on my motorcycle, I have to get my motorcycle gear on, pack my motorcycle bag, make sure that I have everything else, my keys, my wallet, stuff that you would do in the car, but I don't know why it just takes a little bit more time on a motorcycle. Con number two, luggage / storage space. This is probably specifically to my bike, right? This con applies specifically to my bike, which doesn't have much storage space. Now, if you're riding a bagger as a daily driver, or even a Vespa with one of the big jibby top cases in the back, I think you'll be fine. But there's plenty of situations that I ran into where I need to run an errand after work, and I'm like, well, I'm on the bike, so I can't do that today. Another issue with luggage and storage space is, again, going to the gym, right? So if I had to pack my uniform and my gym clothes, it does make it difficult with just a little saddlebag that I have. I wouldn't even call it a saddlebag, but I got a little, I think 20-liter bag that I got out here in Italy. It is an inconvenience, and then it adds up if you're commuting every day. One thing I did to counter that was, obviously I had the saddlebag, but my amazing wife bought me this Kriega bag. I could probably ride 2 hours plus, I believe, on this with a decent 10 to 15 pounds. Con number three, weather conditions. Another obvious one, you know, but you turn into a meteorologist or a weatherman when you ride a motorcycle. I'm checking the weather the night before, making sure that it's clear, no rain, not too windy. I mean, honestly, I'll ride in most conditions, but I prefer not to ride in the rain if I don't have to. But I have ridden in the rain plenty of times, which is why this is a con. You can look at that weather, but when that weather changes, it can be kind of a annoying thing whenever you go to work expecting a sunny day. You get out of work and it's pouring down rain, and you're like, well, this is going to be a crappy ride home. And con number four, refueling. This is applicable to my bike. I'm riding the Harley-Davidson Sportster S 2022. The tank is 3.1 gallons. I say I get about 90 to 100 miles on a full tank, and that's with me riding tame, which, to be honest, I say I don't ride tame regularly here in Italy, so take that into consideration. Either way, so you are saving gas, so you are saving money on fuel, but the issue with that is I do have to refuel frequently during the week, and you kind of have to start planning around it during the week. So it seems minor to refuel multiple times during the week, but it does get annoying, I'll be honest, like to the point where some of the things I've considered about if I were to get a better, well, I wouldn't say better, but a bigger bike would be because how often I have to refuel during the week. Riding a motorcycle shaves time because you're getting to work faster, you're saving fuel, but when you consider the prep time and the amount of times I've had to refuel on this bike, you start saying, hey, is that actually balancing out my time altogether? So just something to consider. That's my list of pros and cons, and guess what we'll do here is finish with the summary. Riding my Harley Davidson Sportster for the past 2 years as a daily rider, pros and cons and all, has been an amazing experience. It's been a life-changing experience. I am obsessed with riding motorcycles. Now, I'm still a beginner. Whoa. Although I've been riding for 2 years, I'd say I'm still a beginner. I'm still trying to learn and become a better rider. I would have never thought that me getting this motorcycle for Italy would have been as impactful as it has been now. Motorcycling or riding bikes is a part of my life now, and I don't see it changing anytime soon. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope the audio came out good. And who else is commuting on a Sportster S? If you are, hit me up in the comments, man. There's not a lot of content on this bike besides bike reviews, so I'm just trying to put it out there to express how awesome this bike is. I love this bike. I've made trips 10 to 12 hours on this bike. No, it's not a touring motorcycle. Yes, my butt hurt, but yes, I would do it again. All right, peace out.